what's up? So today we're gonna do a review of Causeway, directed by Lila Neugebauer. I hope I pronounced it right. And stars Jennifer Lawrence, Brian Terry Henry, Linda Emond, Jayne Houdyshell, Stephen McKinley Henderson, and Russell Harvard. This is part of Catching Up with the Contenders, where we watch review films that are awards contenders this year and are finally available on home video or streaming. Yeah. So Causeway was released in October 28 in cinemas before it was released on Apple TV Plus in November 4. Uh, this is about Lindsay, a U.S. soldier who experienced a brain injury in Afghanistan that forced her to return to United States. And after a brief stint, like a rehabilitation, she comes back to her hometown where she struggles to fit in and have a daily routine and engage with the people around her, including her mother, as well as a newfound friend, James. Okay, so this is one of my like low key, most anticipated films of 2022 because of two things. Two things. Let's go with three things. First of all, Jennifer Lawrence. This is her first like a small independent film for a very long time. People compare this to her work in Winter's Bone, and that's a great thing because Winter's Bone is one of the best films of the 2010s, directed by Deborah Granick. Number two, Lila Neugebauer. She is. I think this is her feature film debut as a director because she has done mostly theater. So yeah, women directors. Yeah, of course, always. And number three, I love that it sounds like a small scale story. For other people, they like to use the word like it's small, it's modest, like it's like I don't know what is it positive or negative. I don't know, but for me, it's actually like a positive thing. And let me start with that. I love this film so much because it understood its scale and really allowed itself to breathe in that. It didn't pretend to be a film that was trying to be as expansive as it was. It is really narrowed down on the story of Lindsay. And it really did follow her journey, even the smallest of things. It's not Jean Delman, which we'll talk about in a few days. But this one allows itself to dwell in those small moments of this character. And that is the main interest of this film, is to capture those moments and to see how she doesn't really fit in, or like how she struggles, or how she tries to fit in but struggles. And it makes for a really beautiful character work because there's a lot of scenes actually with no dialogue or just very minimal dialogue, and it's just the camera, Jennifer Lawrence, and Jennifer within that space. And the film captures her character so well. And I just love what Lila Neugebauer did in this film is because she finds that really really beautiful viewpoint within that small scale. Like in this one, small scale is not like a backhanded compliment. It's modest. It's something to be compensated for. Like no, really, like this film allows itself to be in that space and just draws in the human experience through that. And I love the clarity that new Lila does with this film. This is based on nothing. It's from a screenplay. It is based on a screenplay. So yeah, I also love how this is well written. I thought it was based on like a short story or something. Sorry, that it really was able to find, because her character is struggling to convey what she really thinks or feels, and I don't think that she's that kind of character. Every moment of dialogue should matter. And of course, writing is also about the times when there's no dialogue. And I love what it does in both ways. This is a very well balanced writing that the film has, and in the interactions that that Lindsay has with the other characters, verbally or non-verbally, there's so much conveyed. So props to the writing for really capturing that nuanced character journey. This is a character study, of course. Lila Neugebauer for capturing that, and the performances. I know that this is gonna be like a Jennifer Lawrence showcase, and she produced it, and she deserves her own vehicle. I'm one of those people who mostly loves what she's doing. Loved her in Winter's Bone, in Social Network, in Silver Linings Playbook. Enjoy. Had fun with American Hustle. She was great in the Hunger Games series, especially Catching Fire. And no kidding, she was wonderful. I think in Don't Look Up. I really wish that film was more about her. But this really just removes all the noise in terms of other co-stars that kind of might overshadow her, or like very flashy directorial style. And this just really centers on her. And that's not saying that the director is not doing much anymore. Like, this really is the director understanding that to direct this film is to be with Lindsay. And Jennifer Lawrence doesn't let down. I think this is her finest hour for a very long time. So much emotions within that stillness, that facade of stillness. There's turmoil inside. There's a lot of things that had to be dealt with and sorted out inside. And you feel that she is trying but is struggling. And I love those moments when she's just by herself. And that's very difficult because you don't have that energy to bounce off another actor. So I love that how she was able to bring this character to life with such vividness and clarity without really a lot of big showy moments. I just love how she allows herself to be that vulnerable and bare on screen. Like, really, this is one of her best works. But to take things further, she is with the magnificent Brian Tyree Henry, who is an actor who I think I've seen a lot from him, but I also know that I haven't yet. I think his best performance before this was in, I think, If Beale Street Could Talk. I'm looking at his filmography now, and he is in things like, let's see, he is in Widows, Beale Street, Joker. I'm just mentioning the films I've seen from him. I haven't seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I'm sorry. But yeah, now looking into this, I am really astounded on how, because Brian Terry Henry, like in his 2 to 3 scenes in If Beale Street Could Talk, he was able to convey so much life into a very small character. He does that here and more. His impact to her life, he's a supporting character, but his impact is really undeniable because they have so much connection. And I think these people are two people who are both lonely and both in need of connection, but I don't think they're necessarily open to showing the world that they need connection. These are people that are kind of existing. In the case of Lindsay, he has had issues. She has had issues even before she was deployed to Afghanistan, and that injury just like kind of brought the stakes higher. For James, it's the same, and these people just clicked, and their connection was very tangential. So it's up to these actors to make us process and realize, why would these two people click? And there is a shared loneliness and desire for company. It's I don't want to spoil the nature of the relationship, but it is very beautifully done. Like, a lot of things unsaid, but also they are trying to state things. I don't know, it's really beautifully done. These two actors are just magnificent together, and the film is about her journey as much as it is about their friendship, in my opinion. So that's why, personally, Brian, if we're talking awards, Brian Terry Henry is being considered in supporting, and he is getting nominations in supporting actor, deserved. But it makes me think of like the amount of time and importance the film gives to their relationship as well. Kind of reminds me weirdly of like Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins in The Silence of the Lambs. Like, I don't know. So crucial, and so full of life and joy, and like that relationship is like the heart of the film. I don't know, but it's really beautiful work from both of them. They really show like a lot of can be done with subtleties. And yeah, like I love the cinematography, the editing, beautiful rhythm, the score is beautifully understated. The score is by Alex Summers. And yeah, I love this film so much. I love it. Props to everyone involved. For those who are concerned about grades, I give this an A minus. In terms of like award season, I know it's like somewhere like a look outside looking in, like it could do supporting actor, it could do actress, it could do it, but it's not really as like as as big as the heavy hitters in terms of like awards chances. But I hope people check this out. Really, this is on Apple TV Plus right now. This is so beautifully done, and I can't wait for more people to talk about this so that we could talk about how J-Law's back. And Brian Terry Henry is one of the finest actors that we have working right now. So yeah, that is my review of Causeway. If you like this video, please give this a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!